Whenever you become a breakout trader, there is one of the professional hazards of being a breakout trader is that there are times when breakouts do not work, and then there are days when the breakouts which look very good in the early hours or like till lunchtime can fade. Now, how do you handle this kind of situation is very important. Now, as a breakout trader, you have an implicit assumption that when you buy a breakout, the momentum is going to keep coming in the direction of that breakout. And this is true in most of the time because most of the breakouts happen in the first 1 hour. So, why do some breakouts fade? The reason why some of the breakouts fade is largely external market conditions. Like if you are in a bearish market or if you are in a durational bearish market like what we have been, then there is not enough aggressive buying. In a bull market, you have very aggressive buying. There are buyers at every stage. As a result, the stocks don't fade. Now today is one of those days where a lot of good breakouts faded. Now in this case, how you manage your stop is extremely important, because if you buy a breakout early and the breakout runs in your favor, once it runs in your favor, if you move your stop up to break even, or even sometimes it makes sense to move the stop above your break even, because my implicit assumption of buying a breakout is always that if it is a genuine breakout, it is going to keep on moving in the direction of the breakout, right? So moving your stop to half of the day's gain or moving your stop to break even allows you to not get shaken out, or like allows you to trade breakout in this kind of a market condition where there is a tendency on some days for breakouts to fade. Now this is a tactical adjustment which you have to do in a different market condition, and these are a lot of these tactical things. If you learn to do when you trade breakouts, then you will have a higher win rate. Similarly, if you are going to be buying a breakout from a consolidation or a pullback kind of a pattern, instead of waiting for a confirmation breakout to buy, if you buy in the consolidation or if you buy when the stock is at a pullback level, and then you get a better entry, because breakouts currently in this market have periods when they work and they don't work. So if you can make tactical adjustments to buying in consolidation or in pullback rather than buying a breakout or waiting for too much confirmation. Another problem a lot of people have is they're waiting for confirmation. Confirmation costs you money. If you are going to be waiting for confirmation, you are always going to be late on a breakout. So if you want to be buying breakouts, you have to be early. Like most of the good breakouts happen in the first 15-20 minutes. The reason why most of the good breakouts happen in the first 15-20 minutes is there is accumulated orders from overnight or accumulated orders in the morning, or there are orders by bigger players, mutual funds, hedge funds, based on news or based on catalyst or their research, and those people coming in early in the morning tells you that there is a big buyer, because it's not the retail players who buy these kind of stocks which break out, especially the higher price stocks, not the really low price stocks where the retail dominate. So when you see a breakout happening in the first 10-15 minutes, it is telling you that there is a institutional player or a bigger player at work here, and that's why buying breakout in the first half an hour, 1 hour is the better strategy than waiting for confirmation. But obviously the market needs different kinds of traders. There are traders who also wait for confirmation, but then their holding periods are longer. The people who hold for longer period, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, for them it doesn't really matter whether they get in early or not. What they are doing is they are going to be holding it anyway, so they are not so sensitive to entry. But if you are going to be holding a trade for 2 to 3 days, then you really need to think through how you are going to enter, and tactically how quickly you can enter. Similarly, when you do anticipation kind of a setup, and if you wait for a confirmation, you have defeated the purpose of doing anticipation. Because if I am going to do a anticipation watch list, and if I am going to wait for it to break out and have a volume and have a relative volume, then by that time the stock would be already up 2, 3, 4, 5%. So why did I waste my time creating an anticipation? So buying early in anticipation of a breakout is a much better strategy, and this is alternative strategy to buying breakout. This works only on stocks which have very high momentum, or those stocks which have just established first leg and have orderly pullback or orderly consolidation, having a very low volatility during the consolidation. So if your breakouts are not working in this market, remember two or three things. One is, it is market conditions where there are 3 or 4 days when breakouts work and then they stop working. Second is the tactically adjusting to this kind of a market where you buy earlier and earlier is likely to help you, because in case you buy earlier and the breakout doesn't work, you can move your stop and get out with a small loss or many times with a small profit. Third is, instead of buying a breakout and waiting for too much confirmation, buying in anticipation, buying in consolidation, buying on a pullback is a better strategy in these kind of market conditions.